Allora, coming inside from the stall, this is the next room. I'm just going to call it ground floor right, because I'm not sure really what you want to do with it. But we'll call it ground floor right. So there's the stall. We come in from here. Here's the canafumaria, the flue that's on the other side where we said close it in that room and leave it open on this room. You could have a stove here, a wood stove here, going up to that. The floor, you already know, it's gonna remain like this and just be cleaned up. This window here, this piece is very thin to going to the outside, so Nick wants to put an insulating piece inside of it so you don't lose a lot of heat going through there. But this area, you decide what to do. This is another thing we want your idea on. The window is going to be cleaned. The grate is going to be cleaned. This is a piece of wood which can remain there. You could do a couple of things with this. You could leave it like this and make a shelf in the bottom. You could have him drop this down a bit and make a window seat. You could put doors on it and close it off like that. You decide. Do you want it to be like a table? Do you want it to be like a desk? Do you want it to be like a seat? Anyway, then you decide what to do that, and then he'll fill in some of it underneath to make it more insulated. This wall, nothing pretty here. In fact, there's already been a lot of things passed through this wall. So this wall would be completely replastered. You have to take the old stuff off and then put the fresh stuff on it. This wall, this area here, the borders always being left for the wiring and tubing. This wall does have nice, some nice big stones in it, but only from here up. So there are different ways you could do that. He could, draw a straight line here and clean it and just tuck point this piece, always leaving the borders, and just leave this stone piece to view, or he can just take the old stuff off and replaster it completely. This wall here, we kind of thought was the best out of all of them, because you've got a nice mix of old bricks and some nice looking big stones that would clean up. So this wall could be completely left as a kind of an old-fashioned mix of what the wall looked like. Or both of them could be done halfway. It also depends on the furniture you're planning to use, because you really don't want to put furniture up against a wall that's great, so a wall that's nude, because that's where you get like dirt and spiders and stuff like that. Anyway, so it can be completely left, it can be half left. This one cannot be completely left because the bottom part isn't nice, but the top could be left. You've got to have a look there. And again, always with the borders for the tubing to pass through. This wall here, the arch could be left, which is kind of a nice little touch. These are the underneath of the stairs that are upstairs. You have to have this border where the new electricity is going to go through, and certainly another border up there where electricity is going to pass, where it already did once. But these bricks are new. They're not very nice. These bricks are old. One way that you can do it is leave the old bricks and just follow the line of where the new bricks are and put the intonaco, is what I keep calling plaster, but it's not really plaster. Or you could just cover the whole thing. This room, the ceiling is not going to be easy to take off. The cement that's on the ceiling is very, very well attached, and it would take an extraordinary amount of work to clean the ceiling. But I think what we're saying is you've got a lot of expanse of stone and brickwork on the walls in this room. So also to have the ceiling a vista is a huge amount of work, but also becomes pesante and heavy, and it also is becomes dark. Okay, so your doorways here, there is a door for this. And it'll be recuperated and put back in place. This door can be recuperated and put back in place. This space here was once a doorway, probably when the family had one family living on this side in this room and another one on the other side. But it can be recuperated to be again a niche for storing things, you know, with shelves put back in it. So those are some thoughts for this room. The overhead ceiling fixture that's here, if you don't try to clean the ceiling, you see it's already been done. There's a wire that's going across there to the overhead ceiling fixture. And that can be replaced with something new. Because if you were using this as a dining room, which I seem to remember you were thinking another dining room in here, you might want the central fixture in there. So anyway, that's everything.